Hi, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the Maker's Cave, and today we're going to start our build of the Lamborghini MIURA by Agora Models. This is pack one. I'll put a link down below if you want to build this or any of their other models. So we're just going to jump right into it. I'm going to bring you guys closer and we'll start building. So here's all the pieces that we need for stage one. And the first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking this door handle right here and putting it onto there. There's 3 holes here, but we're going to be putting them in the 2 back ones right there. There's the door handle all in there. Now we take this next part right here, and as you can see there is a remaining hole right there. And on this piece right here, there's a little lug, and that's going to go right in here and complete the handle. There's also a little tab on the door back here for the other end of this. There is the rest of the door handle in here, and I want to show you, coming real close here. This back tab fits into this slot right here, but I had to use my X-Acto knife and scrape out some of the paint that was in that slot so it would fit in here, because the other end of this right here, there's a little pin that has to fit into a hole right here. Okay, so that's a good tip. Just you got to scrape out some of the tape and some of the paint that is in that slot. As you can see, I got rid of the green mat because I think you can see things better. So we did the door lock assembly here. These 3 things, the decal, looks like this might be a fuel cap and a steering wheel. They are left over, so we're just going to put them aside. And we're going to start on the next stage. Stage 2 parts, some tire work we're going to be doing. There's a side window here. There's a frame for the window, some screws, and your free screwdriver comes in this stage. Now, unlike some of the other models, putting this on to the rim is the first thing we're going to do, and they say we do not need to heat this up. We can just push this right. Oh, and they are correct. Next, they're going to take the frame and you're going to put it onto the window, and it just goes right. Oh, let's get it the right way first. All right, the 2 plastic pieces on the window just push through the holes in the silver frame or the chrome frame. Now we're going to bring back the door. We're going to bring this over to here. You're going to lay it right onto there eventually. And using the 2 type A screws we got in this kit, we're going to secure them in. Use some rapid tap because we're going into metal. All right, the window's all secured. And with the tire, this stage is complete. Here are the parts for stage 3. For stage 3, we're going to be doing some dashboard. Oh my goodness. Some dashboard work. As you can see, there's dash components here. There's a seat, part of the cluster for the dashboard, and then some B screws that we've already put into our container. So you have these 2 dash components. You got these 2 cutouts right here. And here is the cluster for the dashboard. As you can see, there's some semicircles right there, so they go right on there. So this piece fits together like this. Okay, now they want you to do the center one first. The 2 outer screws right here go in from this side, but this one goes in from this side. Now you just flip it over, and we'll put the two last remaining screws in here and over in here. All right, the startings of a dashboard. So here's the dashboard cluster you just did. Now we're going to put in the tachometer and the speedometer. Now in the directions, they tell you to put this in the opposite way, which would make this upside down. So basically, you just put it in there so the little Lamborghini symbols are at the bottom of the dashboard, and you can actually read this, so it's right side up. Now that you have your tachometer and speedometer in here, you're going to take your little cluster housing here, and you're going to place this right over top. There are two holes on the bottom of them right here. There's two pins right here. They're going to go into there. And of course, these pins are going to go into here, into the slots right back here. After some finagling, we have the dashboard cluster cover on here. All right, stage 3 is going to have us continuing on with the dashboard. And next thing you know, we have these two little vents that came in here. And they are going to go in these little holes right here. Now, the vent pins didn't go in here very well, so what they're doing is telling you to take a toothpick and open the holes up a little bit. Now they snapped right in. All right, both dashboard vents are in. Now, what came in and I seem to have lost them already. There they are. What came in this stage were two very thin cluster lenses for in here. And all you basically do is you just push them into here. Okay, and with adding the glass in there, this stage is complete. You'll have left over the seat, which we'll do at the future time. So we'll put all the parts up here, and we'll move on to stage 4. Here are all the pieces for stage 4. We're going to continue with working with the dashboard cluster. Included some B screws. But what I want to bring your attention to is one of the bags has some very crazy small, looks like they're probably going to be lenses for the more dashboard cluster work. If you take these out of the bag, be really careful you don't lose these because they're small and they're thin. Oh, these are really small too. These are some control levers. So make sure you don't lose those either. Before we move on with stage 4, I was looking at these lenses and some of the directions, and I wanted to bring back the dashboard because I forgot to do an important step. When you put these lenses into the dash cluster, there is a protective film on both sides of these little discs. I thought the glass looked a little cloudy to me, but I figured, oh, it might just be the way it is. So I've taken both plastic off of both sides. Now I'm going to stick them back in. And let me tell you, that is a big difference. I've already done that with this one over here. So the reason we're doing that is I'm telling you there's the same things with these little tiny clusters right here, is there is a protective film. So you're going to have to take that off before you start to put them in. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take all the plastic off of here. Okay, all the little plastic covers are off these lenses. So now we're going to move on. So basically what they're going to do is they want you to take this piece here, which is the center cluster right here, and you want to turn it over so you're looking at the back. You got to take each one of these lenses and you have to put them into here, and then they'll be held into place by this instrument cluster dial package right here. But you have to be real careful. They said use a toothpick to put them in here. Actually, what you can't see is I'm wetting the tip of my finger, just kind of picking them up, putting them in. Now for you following at home, you may have counted only 5 that I put in here. That's because when I was taking the plastic off the one of these lenses popped off somewhere. So Way you look at it is when this is all assembled, you can't see this from your house, so I'm not worried about it not being in here. Lenses are in, and there's these two slots right here. See, oh, sugar. So there's these two slots right here. Then you're going to take, here's your instrument cluster right here. You're going to take it, so it's like this, and you see there's two posts right here. You're going to put it right over here, snap it into place, flip it over. Now all those lenses you put in are held into place by this. Now these don't get held in with any kind of screws, which I'm kind of surprised about. So you have this back one here. Now what they want you to do is take this LED that came in the kit right here. It is bent right here. So it goes into here. And the little wires go down into here. Now bring back, this is the first time we're using it. This piece right here, you want to take your instrument cluster. You're going to put the wire through here. And there's two little posts on the back right here. They're going to go into the little holes right on this instrument panel, or this center console rather. Push that in. Flip it over. Now they say we can add some super glue to keep this console in here if need be, but let me tell you, it's holding in there pretty good, so I don't think we need to whip out the super glue. You just want to make sure the panel fits tight. That might be where I need to add some super glue at. Let's take a look at this. Okay, so I'm going to take this back out. It wasn't fitting flush enough for me. And, oh, crap. So there's two tabs right up in here. That's where I think I'm going to add some super glue like they said, so I can get this to fit flush. And we'll just hold it there for a few seconds. Okay, that super glue took hold. And that cluster's in there fitting nice and flat. Now they want us to bring back the dashboard we did before. And if you notice, there's this cutout right here. That is actually for a glove box. So that's what they're going to have us put in now. This is the glove box that came in this stage. And it just fits right in there. And that's going to get held in by two B screws. Now we're going to be working with these really super small control levers here. And he wants to bring back the dashboard right here. Okay, now we're going to be using in the instructions it tells you which knob goes where. There's one here, right here. It looks like it's a little knurled knob. That is going to go under here, right here. It said to use tweezers to grab a hold of these, but every time I use tweezers, it's just a quick way to slingshot it across the room. Now there's a little one here. It kind of looks like the top of a garden hose handle. This little starred one right here. Okay, that is going to go into here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a toothpick here and open up the hole a little bit. I wonder if that's what I'm fighting. There we go. Now that piece fit in there. And then you have this one here, which looks like just a straight lever. So you flip the dashboard over to here, and right over here there's a hole. That's where this goes. Going to do the same thing with the toothpick. And there we go. That lever is in there. Now he wants to bring back this center console right here. And we are going to wire this up and put this in. You see there's two slots right there. Trying to get right there. And there's two holes down here. Make sure this comes down to the bottom. And it's going to fit on just like this. And these little slots in here are going to go into these slots on the top right here. Okay, so that's slotted in there. You're going to turn this over. And you're going to use 2 more B screws to hold this into place. Alright, those screws are in the back here. Dashboard's really coming together. And that's it for stage 4. Now we're going to move on to stage 5. Here's the parts for a stage 5. Looks like we're going to be doing some door work here. There are also some A, C, and D screws that are up over here. I've already put in the container. So we want to go get our door that we did back all the way back in stage 1. And we're going to be putting a hinge onto this. So you're going to take this part right here. Move this out of the way. You're going to orient it like this. Put this little bar right here down into this slot. And then you're going to take this plate that they gave you. That's notched a certain way, so you can only go in here a certain way. And it's going to go right on top of here. They're going to get held in with 2 C screws. Now you're going to take what's called this light switch bracket right here, or button. And you are going to orient it just like this. And it's going to go here. There's a little hole in the door. So you're going to put this through here. And that other end goes on this post right here. And it's going to get held in there with an A screw. All right, now that you got the light switch button in here, right in here, this little square is where this light switch housing is going to go. And there's 2 slots on here. They go over to the right. So this piece fits right on here. Just like that. And using a type D screw, we're going to secure that into place. Now included in this was a cable that had the actual light switch. It's a little tiny button right there. So you want to put that in here. You'll make sure it gets seated all the way down in there. And you can tell you have it in right when you push this button, you can hear it click. Okay, you should be able to push that in and hear it click. Now the other end of this, you want to run this under this light switch bracket right here. Should have really done that before I put the button in, but it goes under there. And you're going to bring it straight through, and it's going to go through the door hinge here. Then you're going to take the inner chrome panel right here, and it is going to go right on top here. And then using four type A screws, we're going to secure that into here. And with that, this stage is complete. Now we're going to move on to the last stage for this pack, which is 6. Here are the parts for stage 6 of pack 1. Looks like we're going to be doing some more door work. So we're going to take this door panel right here. And the first thing we're going to be doing is putting in the door handle. So right here, You can see it, there's a little recess right there. Door handle is just going to go right in. There's a little pin on the back here. Just kind of pushes right in. Looks like this is suffering from the same thing as the other parts. I'm going to use a little toothpick here to open it up. Now there is this little piece right here, which you're calling is the safety lock. And that is going to go right up into here. And you're going to take the armrest. That's going to go right into here. All right, door handle, or the armrest rather, is all in. And you're going to roll this over, turn this over rather, and right here you're going to use a B screw to hold this in. Armrest is in. Next we're going to be fitting the door panel onto the door. If you turn this around, you're going to see there's a small little piece right here. That's an adhesive. So you want to carefully take that off. Okay, so there's a little bit of adhesive right on there. And you're going to want to put this carefully onto here. Fitting this into here. See, that adhesive holds that tip into there. Make sure all the holes, all the pins in the door panel go into the holes of the door. There you go. Door panel is in. Next thing you want to do is you want to take this bottom piece right here, which is kind of carpeted and feltish, and you just want to push that right into here. All right, that looks pretty sharp, huh? A working hinge, working switch. And that brings us to the end of stage 6 and also the end of pack 1. So at the end of pack 1, you're going to have some stuff left over. You're going to have this decal right here. You're going to look like a fuel cap cover, tire, steering wheel. Got the dashboard we did. That's all complete. We got a seat that we haven't done anything with, and we got a completed door. So that is the end of pack 1 of the Lamborghini MIURA by Agora Models. I'll put a link below to where you can get this part work from Agora, and also to their main site. So maybe you don't like this, they have tons of other ones they're doing. So until pack 2 shows up, I'm Steve. Thanks for stopping by the Maker's Cave. I'll see you at the next build.